Are you thinking about selling your home and you're not quite sure what to do? Do you sell it on your own? Do you hire a realtor? Well, I'm Tami Cicerello with the Cicerello Team at RE/MAX of Santa Clarita, and on this video, I'm going to describe to you the whole home buying process so you can make an educated decision on whether or not it's best to hire a realtor or sell it on your own. As a property seller, there are several creative ways you can use to sell your home, and you're probably trying to decide what is going to be the best way for you. In this video, we're going to outline why sellers hire realtors to sell their home. First, I'm going to walk you through the pros and cons of selling your home with a realtor. In general, there are two categories of sellers. Sellers that want to sell their home for top dollar, and sellers that need to get their home sold quickly. So if you need to sell your home really fast, and you're not too concerned about actually what you walk away with, then you may want to just go the non-traditional route and call iBuyer, or Zillow now has a buying program, or just an investor. When you use these programs, you're going to find that you can close as quickly as possible. Some will close in 5 days. So you can get out and get away from the property as quick as you need to. However, there is a cost that comes with that. They don't charge you commissions, but they're going to give you a lower offer than what market value is to make it worth their time and energy to take over the property and resell the home, or if they're going to turn it into a long-term hold, if they're going to turn it into a rental or something of that nature, they need to see they're going to have equity in order to make that transaction profitable for them. However, most people want to get top dollar for their home. They may just need to sell rather quickly, but at the same time, they don't want to do discount pricing, so they would like to put their home on the market and actually look for a buyer for their property. Selling traditionally allows you to test the market by using tools such as the MLS, open houses, social media, and many other options. In other words, when you go on the retail market, your home is open to so many more people that you're more likely to get more money because there's competition out there. There's people out there that are looking at the houses, and the more eyes and more people we get into your home to see your home, the more likely you are to net a higher price for your home. So many people think that a realtor's job is just opening and closing doors, getting people into a house so they can see it. That's actually a very small percentage of our job. Our real job begins whenever we're negotiating and helping you through the entire escrow process. Once we come up with a plan of action that meets your specific needs, then we got to go to work. We got to get the house ready to put on the market. We're going to start decluttering, getting the house staged, getting photography done, getting everything taken care of so we can hit the market with a full and complete marketing package. Eventually, your property will be ready to hit the market, and we'll be full force with all of our marketing plan. Selling a house takes a lot more than just putting a sign in the yard. We need to make sure that your home is positioned and marketed correctly. It's during this time that your house is actively being marketed that we are out there. We're kind of the tour guides of the neighborhood. So we're telling them about things that the neighborhood has to offer, whether it maybe be a hiking trail or a community pool and spa, or it's close to the school, walking distance to the school, or close to shopping, whatever it is that might be that special thing that's going to really make people fall in love with your home. We're not just marketing your home, we're marketing the lifestyle. So our next thing is we become the negotiator. So now that we're the negotiator, we are going to be negotiating your transaction. When we get an offer on the property, we are going to negotiate for the best possible price and terms for you. My job is to make this as stress-free as possible for you. We're making sure all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, all the guidelines and all the time frames are being followed in the contract. That's our job. So you may not realize this, but during a transaction in the state of California, there is well over 80 plus pages of documentation. As a seller, there's a lot of those documents that you actually have to sit down and fill out. As your agent, I actually sit with you and go through all those documents and make sure that all those disclosures and everything is taken care of and filled out. And the actual escrow paperwork, my escrow company will do the same thing with you. But I am always there for any questions during the entire time. I hope this video gave you some things to think about, but bottom line, it comes down to what's important to you. Price or convenience. So if you're curious about what your home is worth and what we can do to get it sold for top dollar, or you're looking for an investor offer, please feel free to reach out and give us a call. We're the Cicerello Team at RE/MAX of Santa Clarita.